Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So Super Quantums, they got more support. Which is fine. They definitely have potential, but it's a very rough deck, it's a very hard deck. And two new monsters, which basically, well, there's a level 1, basically a Lone Fire Blossom with a built-in Foolish Burial effect and can special summon itself from the hand. While the other one, Black Layer, basically, what can we compare it to? Whenever your opponent activates a monster effect, you can drop it. That counts turn 0 during their turn, and whenever it's summoned you can quick exceed, one card exceed basically. And when it's sent to the graveyard, you can search one of your spells and traps, right, from your Super Quantum engine. I'm not running any traps. You could run maybe like the boost trap, but I feel it's just a brick. Anyway, so I think it's a tough deck, it's a hard deck, because of the, you know, all of the different effects and all of the, mainly the restrictions as well. Okay, so the Lone Fire Blossom tributes itself, you know, search, well, mills, search, and special summon, right, depending. Basically, this deck has two strong normal summons, blue, preferably not really a normal summon, but it could be Elfen, the level 1, and, you know, the new, yeah, basically the new level 1 is basically an extender. The Fiendsmith engine is in here. What's running, well, no, long story short, I think it's, no, I'm obviously, you know, Fiendsmith for the most obvious reasons. First of all, you know, because of Desiree and of course Omni Negation or Negation in general. But another thing is that by doing this, by adding Fiendsmith, it gives you the easy link 3. It's not game winning, your link 3, right? Your, what is it, Magna? No, it's not Magna. You know, whenever like an Exceed is summoned from your Super Quantums, you get to draw, you know, that link 3. But that's not the main reason. The main reason is Cross Sheep. Because again, Cross Sheep is basically a built-in monster reborn. So first of all, it gives your deck an option to go for Desiree, but in most situations, when you're comboing off, going for Caesar is far superior, because this deck loses to Nip. And the Bestials also go hard, because the two new ones are dark. And of course, you know, like the White Layer, etc. So the Bestials are definitely an option against this deck as well. So that's basically why. Right, and Cross Sheep for that monster reborn, reborn blue, reborn Elfen, the level 1, etc. That's far too good, and it's main deck engine, you know, so it's easy to go to. You don't have to hard draw it or whatever. Well, okay, I mean you can pivot into Fiendsmith with basically any two, right? So anyway, the link 3 get a couple of draws. Desiree for Omni Negation, well, spell and trap negation, face up negation, well, face up negation, going for Magnus. Yeah, you can use Exceeds from your graveyard as well. Was it this duel? I think it was this duel. I reborn Red Layer, or the Exceed, right? Wasn't needed. Just go for one of your you know, regular level monsters, preferably the light or dark, you know, ones that you will get the effect when they're like sent to the graveyard or something. So this should be more than enough, right? The Ups Elfen for full combo. Alright, you are running Teleport. I wasn't a huge fan of Teleport, but it's basically just an extra name on field. And, you know, it searches Blue Layer for, you know, forcing out hand traps. You go for Elfen, the new Lone Fire Blossom, this one Satan, can special summon itself from hand if you control a name, you know, a Super Quantum name. Or Super Quants. Yeah, go for Fiendsmith package, because we want to test for hand traps. We want to test for Bestials, we want to test for Nip, obviously, we obviously see there's Nip, so they are preemptively using Nip. And we still have our normal summon. That's crucial because the new teleport from this archetype, again searchable off of the Black Layer, you need a Quantum name on field. So, yeah, special summon Red, use Red, get back White. White can special summon itself to the field. That could be important to get another name to the field. But no follow-up plays. At least I don't think I had any, you know, follow-up plays after this. Or maybe I did use my normal summon already. Yeah, okay, yeah, because of the teleport. Okay, so let's see. And this is a cool interaction. So the new Black Layer, as soon as your opponent activates a monster effect, you can drop it to the field. By, what is it, sending one card from your hand to the graveyard. And then, if you have any Super Quantum monster in your graveyard, you can quick Exceed summon during their turn. Preferably you want an Exceed with a quick disruption effect, like the White Rex or the green one, the Book of Moon one. So you need that appropriate Super Quantum monster to give your Exceed the quick effect. I get nipped during their turn, during their own turn. It's fine though, because now the nip is basically game. But we don't want to win the nip, right? I mean, they still have one back row, so just in case you're still going off. So upon summon, we get impermed, and that's fine, because, I mean, we can still reborn the Elfin or whatever, and then still use its effect. So Fiendsmith engine again, we can get rid of the Typhon, and we can set up, should be able to set up, yeah, Desiree probably. I was running the, what is the other level 6? Aerial Eater. Because of this, right, Aerial Eater can go for the Cross Sheep and can reborn itself, trigger potential Cross Sheep, but there is just no space in the extra deck, and I feel Necro Equip is far better, because of Caesar. And again, like this small link engine is fantastic. Recurrence, it puts Promethean in graveyard, you have Sunlight Wolf to get back Red Layer. It's far too good, it's really solid. You know, it was this game, I reborned the Red Exceed, not needed. You know, just probably go for White Layer or whatever. Basically any monster you can overlay with one card. Cheat Exceed, right. So we cheat Exceed for 1. I guess this could have been a second one, right, if I didn't reborn my Red Exceed. But I think I can just attack for a game. Yeah, doesn't really matter, right? Yep, so I mean, the Nibiru token was more than enough. This was a good one. Going first again, go for, you know, this engine. I lost to Nip too many times before. This deck hardly plays into Nip unless you open like really perfect and have like Fall Ablaze, you know. So I was greedy. We discard and use Necro Equip to draw. Go for Caesar probably. I mean, they probably would have used it already, right? So go for Caesar. And then, you know, we can start off our regular combo. So the main goal here is not to go for the Link 3, because we already, at least we didn't go for the Desiree line, I guess, the Link 2. So again, going for the Link 3 is just not worth it. Get a lot of names on field. That's the regular Exceed, and then Cheat Exceed for the blue one, and then Cheat Exceed. Cheat Exceed for the green one. Yeps. And then go for the Magnus, right? What is it? How many materials? 7, I think. So now, what is it? My opponent cannot search any cards, but they're playing Cyber, so they can play around that. Also, it's unaffected by card effects. Caesar gets negated, and that's a small problem, obviously, right? We're not able to negate monster effects or summons, basically. But again, they can attack over the Magnus, so we're just going to keep its effect for a potential big link. And again, it doesn't really matter what they do here. The search trap far on the right cannot be activated. They cannot search. They can special summon though, so blue is summoned, banished. So that, I guess, forces out my Link 1 play, and it makes their talents live, which they will be using. Yeah, we do deck out. I mean, they're probably indeed, yeah, going for Caesar and then use it for Link Summon, right? Let's see, they cannot search. Magnus is still unaffected. Oh, here. I had to toggle off. And as you know, Magnus is only the remain phase, so we agree that, you know, there were like 2 cards in hand useless, you know, so it didn't really change the gameplay that much. So main phase 2, and then, you know, bounce the access code, which, what I would have done in main phase 1. Alright, so Imperm on, yeah, Fiendsmith, you know, to prevent the pop, I guess, from going, and then go for Desiree, probably, for, okay, yeah, for Omni Negation, because now we are able to use my Magnus. This will put it on 6 materials, or 6 or less, 5, right, yeah. So they are now able to activate the trap, but again, because of Desiree, we are able to negate it, and now we can go for full combo. Go for Red Layer, get back the Lone Fire Blossom, go for the Lone Fire Blossom, Foolish Burial, something, get stuff back, and go for game. Okay, so, you know, really nifty, really nifty. And, yeah, I mean, Fiendsmith just goes well together with a lot of decks I know, but, you know, the fact that you can go for Cross Sheep, Omni Negation, or Caesar for Nip is just far too strong, because this deck is so weak to Nip. Okay, this is a cool interaction. We waited. So, quick summon during their turn, discard white, go for the Rex and then attach. So now we are able to negate one monster effect. We do it now on the summon, because they definitely are going to use a field spell to still have Duo Drive active. And then Chain Ash Blossom on the search. I think we know that they have Ice Rizel, which is fine, you know, we can still have like a couple of draws off of Null Charmy, right? But we have to fight against a full detonator, right, with back row and hand traps probably. So let's see, we dig for hand traps, we dig for Bestials or whatever, we try to negate Detonator, you know, it will indeed force out the field spell, I guess, which is fine. We try to use blue layer and, you know, white searching Elfen, basically discard fodder, for example. Use Talons, this forces Detonator and we can gain control of it. Yups. They preemptively use indeed Imperm, so we can use their Detonator on their stuff and go for Fiendsmith engine again, digging for Bestials, digging for hand traps. But the nifty thing here is that they have Nip Failure. And that combo, you know, lets your Nip go through even with Caesar, but we have Kalmai, so we can, you know, fairly safe for that. So go for Caesar first, and then we commit into the full Super Quantum engine, and we try to push game, I think. Depends on, you know, what gets milled, what gets picked. So Modifier said blue, I think you want to reuse blue, yep, it's Pot of Ever's effect. Sadly no draw, that would have been very nice. That extra plus for a potential discard. Special summon green, so now we should be able to go for Magnus as well. Yeah, cheat, exceed, discard 1. Oh no, we have the rank 7 already in the graveyard, yeps. And yeah, now we are forced to use an extra monster sword. I maybe should have gone for the Link Summon first. Then, yeah, I mean, nah, probably not, because both of the bigger monsters already triggered. So, okay, yeah, here, luckily, I mean, okay, Magnus was unaffected, but, you know, they should have used, what was it, Nip before Magnus hit, but Kalbai was there, so it didn't really matter too much. So, it's 3 very solid cards, but it's a hard deck to play, a lot of restrictions, summoning effects, etc. So it's hard to keep track of all of those used effects. But it's different. I think it's a fun deck. Alright, guys, is it? Again, feel free to leave suggestions. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.